Welcome, my friends, to the Redstone Zone. Oh yeah, I just came up with that a second ago and I was like, yeah, that's lame. We are live on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma, where the bananas are in the chat from the Becca and the Forgirl and the Estelian. Appreciate it. Thank you for the bananas. Lets me know that we're live. We've got a few things we're going to do today, some contraptionage of sorts. I want to build this thing that I haven't been able to build, and then I was sent on Twitter. So Twitter's a great way to reach me, as I basically read my tweets every day and see what people are sending me, right? So someone sent me this really cool idea. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the 6th one on top. Gonna grab some immovable blocks, like furnaces and redstone. I think the furnaces are more of a precaution. And now I don't want to see the furnaces. I want it to look nice and clean. Can I? No, I can't do that. Right, so 6 pistons. Over here, I've just realised they're sort of all facing the wrong way. We're off to a good start. They've got to face downwards, I think, is the idea. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we might need like another furnace there. Surprise, says Benevolent Bratwurst. Surprise, yeah. It's a surprise. I didn't, you know, I don't normally stream on the mornings on a Monday. But I really just, I like... At the moment, I have to walk my sister's dog twice a day. And I like getting up and going for a long walk with the dog. But then I just feel like I want to stream because I'm only eating 2 meals a day now, so kind of like having something to just keep me occupied, and then after I'll go and eat. Sounds a little silly, but you know. I think what I want to do is just shift all of this over by one. Yeah, it feels nice. So I had the opportunity to stream this morning, and I thought, why not? Okay. Now I think I want to give myself a command block. Just Thinky! Thank you for resubscribing for 3 months. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. So we'll have some sort of clock that eventually... Let's see. Phil? Oh, I'm looking at the command block so I can put in the raw coordinates. So it's 13. And then like 19. And then it happens to be the one the mouse is over. How very convenient. I might not have put that in the best place, but ironically, because I put in the raw coordinates, means I can move it wherever I like. Because, well, we don't have to worry about what else is about. So, let's grab like a slab or something. Up the top here, we'll... or maybe down the bottom. We'll have a power source. And that can go through and then power everything else. That's the idea. Let's see, it'll come around. It needs to point into it. I wonder if I can use target blocks. If I do it like that. Yeah, because I also want it pointing in here. I've not put a lot of thought into the layout here, have I? Anyway, this thing doesn't need to be perfect. It's just here to do that, basically. Alright. So, they're going to get pushed over. As you can see, they're not going to... What they're not going to get is moved... they're not going to push the pistons. I'm going to move it one more block that way, actually. Tree farms are my favourite contraptions, yours. Reminds me of the Logfellow days with Ren, says Jaden. Thank you, Jaden. I don't think I've really actually made many of my own. Like, I've always built other people's because they're so complicated. But when you take the time to learn some of the basics and whatnot, it ends up not being as complicated as you might have thought. At least parts of it aren't. This bit, though, stumped me. So now what I need to do is move this over here and put a button on it. So I can go like that. Yeah, now we've got one stuck there, but that's fine. So when this thing pulses, we want this signal to go all the way over. Which, it didn't. It didn't go all the way over. Actually, I think the timing's really bad. Wait, no, it should push down now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, it's not running out anytime soon, so why doesn't it... And why does one of them... Is one of them over there pushing? Huh. Peculiar behaviour is what we're witnessing. Maybe we just add like a delay. Yeah, so now that it's like backed up, it's not so great. And will it back up again? Right, now it's not going to back up. Excellent. Right, we're getting it close to the point where we want to introduce more piston. In fact, I think I just moved them out of the wrong spot. Let's activate. Right, this is okay. I'm kind of expecting this bit to get pushed down, but it doesn't. So, what we're going to do is now put these here. And put pistons behind them. I'm a little bit worried about timing and stuff, potentially breaking this, but, you know, live and learn. So this will get them into a row, and then that row can be fed into the next part of the contraption, which is the blast chamber. Yes. Night Viper 1989, thank you for using your Amazon Prime subscription on me. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Why not make an azalea farm instead of a manual one, says X30Pel. I don't know what that means. I'm not making a manual farm. And why would I make an azalea farm? Like, I'm clearly in the middle of something, right? Okay, so the redstone signal can come from here and go across all of that, basically. But I would like to add a little delay along the way. Again, you always want to like make stuff super neat and compact. You probably could if you transferred the signal down with like a whatchamacallit? Yeah, one of those. Sticky piston with like a redstone block attached to it. Anyway, check the signal strength. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, it gets refreshed there. Okay, that'll be absolutely fine. Let's give it a go. Wow, so a tree grows, right? Now I will say, the problem that I see here next is kind of like this problem. Is that I need to push all of them along. So if I push one of them, right? And did that break anything? I'm not actually sure where the extra log went. Like, there it is. So it did break that. Now you need something to push them all the way out. I'm going to go watch that tweet again quickly. As I said, someone tweeted me this solution. It's probably going to make a bunch of noise if I skip the video. Or I could mute it. Can I mute it here? How do you mute a tab? Mute tab, there it is, okay. I think I got so excited by how they had done this one part that I didn't really like take in the next bits. Oh, I see. I see what's going on. Okay. So, the solution that I might find to this problem, I feel like is the sort of thing... What we're going to do next is the sort of thing that you would do here instead of where we're going to do it, but it would be facing downwards. So if we can build this today, maybe I can learn and, you know, we can progress a fair bit. I'm going to move this again, just as I feel like it might end up in the way a little bit. Oh, by the way, we're listening to some more Music Man music today, Malcolm Horn. I wrote my thoughts about it on my music blog. This is me plugging the music blog if you want to go have a read. It's also, the album's on Spotify if you want to listen to it too. I think he was talking about the azalea because you can grow a tree without placing a sapling, says Frezex. Yeah, but we're not doing any specific tree farm, are we? We're managing logs. Test what happens if you get a 5-tool tree. It could break. I don't think it would, because it just means that this piston would fire and then it wouldn't push anything down. It might give you gaps in the log layout here, like you might get some like that, but that shouldn't be a problem for what we're going to build next, because it's not going to rely on the block being there. So what we need is piston here that pushes forward, then there. Maybe even one more for good measure, right? Now, how is that going to push the thing when it's above it? Well, that's where this comes in. It's going to be a tricky thing to test. So we need to power those one by one and the thing below. I think I'm going to start. When I see this sort of redstone, I always see note blocks being used alongside the observers. We've got to figure out why that's good. Lucaro, thank you for 43 months, saying I always think of something to write here in advance, and I always forget what it is when the day actually comes. That's why you got to write it down, right? Got to write down those ideas when they pop into your head. Thank you for the support, my dude. Appreciate it. Wouldn't be cool if wood burned randomly with redstone like it were electric systems without isolation, says D6 Best. If you add in events like that, you'll break a lot of stuff, so I imagine it would probably be a frustration to deal with. Right. Rightio. So, this is sort of the sequence of events that we now want to create. It's like that, and then that. Nope, that's not the sequence of events, is it? Good. Very good. So we want to power that there. With a pulse, most likely. After this thing's been powered here, on a longer pulse. I'm not entirely sure how to manage this in such a small space. I might go watch that video again. But sometimes repeaters on top of pistons have can actually power them, or I think I might be misremembering something different. Okay, and I believe I was bud powering as well. So what do I not need here? Torch. Okay, this is actually semi-promising so far. So if I put that there. So I feel like the right pulse length could go down and up quickly. I think we're going to need the full 4 ticks. Now then, in that instant when the piston is extended below it, can we get this across? You know what? It might be that that can detect that. Let's see. Let's see. Just. I think it did. I think it did. I just wasn't looking. No, it didn't. The timing looks like it's too slow. Am I getting this right? No, it does. Okay, let's look at it. It's too late. It probably needs to be the one in front of it. And then if we introduce that, then you've got like a staggered layout, which is never good. So we do want it to get it from here. I mean, let's try... Need a bit of dust. Yeah, now we need to look at it as well. Nope, the timing is not good enough. So we need to get that signal down even quicker. And I guess this doesn't have to be here, does it? Might not even need any observers. Okay, so let's come down to this level. Actually, what am I thinking? We're bud powering here, which is why we get away with it. So then the power needs to be direct. Or it could... Would it bud power? Let's find out. Wait, I think I need a slab. Yeah, we want a slab. So if that is powered... And that is extended... If I give it a block update... No, it doesn't work like that. So we need to power this thing directly. And that's where I think we need the observer. So... We'll go back to this idea. And we'll put that there. Let's see what happens. Nope. Let's check the timing. Oh, wait a minute. The signal doesn't even go down. I mean, I guess this thing doesn't have to be like the same, does it? We should also probably create a proper input here. I think I'll be lazy and use that, or maybe put a repeater on it. Okay, well that did something. Right, so I think the pulse length might be an issue, which means that it's going to travel through all of this quicker if it's a different length. Maybe not though. Maybe we should just mess around with this first. It's kind of stuck down there as well. So if it pulls it back up, then we're in... That time, okay, that time it pulled it back up. Let's see what's going on down there. Nah, but the timing isn't good. Do you want all of them in sync? Observers facing downwards at the line of logs in front of the pistons. Yeah, I want them in sync, but it depends what you mean by in sync. We want them to work together. Okay, not... So, the 4 ticks is surely enough if we get the right signal at the right time to get that piston to extend. It seems to do it at 2 ticks. But then this thing doesn't pull it back up again. Let's try it at 1 tick. Okay, didn't pull it back up again. No ticks? Okay, pulled it back up. Oh, that's exactly what we want. It just did what we want. Now, does that scale is the next question. It finally did exactly what I wanted it to. We need the... Oh. Are we going to... No, we're not going to break anything here, are we? Okay, there was no logs in front of it. I was sort of like... and then it was like, where are the blocks? Well, I think it just did what I wanted it to. Oh, yeah, then I got to do that. Oh, yes! Oh! Learning! I am brain smarts thing. Brain smarts emote in the chat right now. I don't have a I don't have an emote for this moment in time, I feel like. Well, I'm drinking a cup of tea, so we'll get that one up on the screen, right? That's some good stuff. Maybe you can reduce all the repeater timings. It might be possible that it can operate on a faster... Let's hook it up. So now we've got to be a little bit clever here. I reckon what we should do is create 6 ticks of delay from somewhere around here. Probably best to do it from there. Thank you for the brain smarts in the chat. It means that the brain is working. Some people call me a derp. They're wrong. They're wrong. As evidence of me, I just made... Man, me! I make fire! I mean, I make redstone. Okay, so this will create a pulse when it goes up. And then when it falls down, we don't want the pulse. So therefore, we shall take the pulse at that point in time. Right, let's give it a test. Tree grows. Oh, it's beautiful! We definitely want a command block to destroy stuff just somewhere over here. So, set block. Air. We want that on repeat. Always active. There you go. Right, so as for making this thing potentially run faster, we can experiment with that. But one more time. Oh yeah, no, it probably really could go faster, couldn't it? But I feel like this, the delay over here was just a bit much, so let's see. Yeah, I reckon we can knock 2 off of that. Hello. Something changed somewhere. Wait, did it actually need all of that delay? Am I looking at it wrong? What changed? This signal here probably changed. We had it. Peeps are saying it's the push limit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, now I get it. Not sure what numbers changed. Push limit. Thank you, chat. I might have been staring at that for a while before I figured it out. Excellent. Okay, so that works. Let's just check the timing again. Yeah, definitely feels like this thing doesn't need as much delay. That's a bit more, that's a bit slicker. Okay, so let's investigate. It does look to me like this thing could operate on a different time. Let's set... I think the 4-tick delay between that and that might not be what you want to change. I just had a really weird idea. If we change this again, I'm going to test it. But, Let's see what that does. No. And the last one gets stuck. Okay, so here's my really weird idea. Let's say you replace repeaters and you specify that the delay is 3, right? And then you want to replace that repeater with a repeater and the delay equals 4. Now I don't know if it's going to remember what way it's facing. No, it doesn't. It goes to the default. Never mind. We also didn't do that, although I may be at this point getting it all wrong. Right, and then that time it left them down. So I think I'm going to leave it alone just because I'm not a pro whiz with all the super fast redstone bits. Oh yeah, that probably just messed everything up, didn't it? Right, anyway, that is a tremendous start to our live stream. Now, I don't want to get bogged down too much in this next bit, so we're going to try something similar but vertical and see what happens. Okay, we've got noises in the ear. We've got Board Casual here with the Prime. Major Plays, also with the Amazon Prime. Thank you for using those on me. Peeps, if you did not know, the old Amazon Prime, you can use it to get a subscription. It doesn't automatically renew. Jeff Bezos needs every penny, my friends, for his moon rockets. Otixsoon03, thank you for subscribing. Chancey RN, thank you for 7 months. Hope you're having a good day. It's a great day so far. It's a great day. Lots of Bricks says, "Hey X, what is your favourite brand of guitars?" Let's see. Let's see. I've got an 8-string Ibanez. I've got the Universe, a 7-string. I've got my my metallic blue one. I forget what the model name of that is. So I've got my 7-string Ibanez for playing Korn. I've got my old school drop D Ibanez. That's a bit. Actually, no, it's not a drop D. It's down half a step. It's a bit worn out. It's the one that I've had for like 15 years, maybe even 20. I don't know. Oh yeah, and I've got an Epiphone Explorer. So clearly, I like Gibsons. Clearly. I like guitars that have strings. Okay, right, so doing this but vertical is something else that I tried. So imagine that all of this is just missing the point, let's say. Like, you can do what we want to do from here. We've got to think that through a little bit. Let's get our logs over here so we can look at them. We'll imagine that they've just been pushed out, like that one over there. 6 is the tallest that they grow. So when we push them down one by one, we then have something at the bottom to push them across. So really all we need to achieve is pushing them down. The pushing them across bit is very simple. So if we can build that up here, it's effectively the same thing. And I think I need a bit more space, so I'm just going to come over here. We don't actually have to have the logs in place. So let's think about it. You want all of these to face... burp! Sorry, that's all the tea going down. Don't know how much of that you heard. So we want that. And then we want to achieve the sticky piston. This is the first thing that I tried for this, and I had no idea how to do it. So the sticky piston needs to go out and then push it down. But can you see how now we're just working with a totally different environment because we can't run repeaters across like that. So that idea is kind of out of it. If we want to send a downward signal with delay, this is where you can help me immensely. How do we create a compact delay on a downward signal? It doesn't have to be super compact, because we may end up using repeaters. But if we can make it compact, that would be cool. You would only need one piston to push it from the start, since this is just one D line, not a plane of blocks, says Nebulous. Now, I think you're missing the logic. Is that the shape of the incoming logs is always going to be a big group of them, so all of them need to be pushed out of the space that they're coming into, right? So a whole bunch of logs come in over here, and we push them all out of the space so that the next logs can arrive. It also occurs to me now that the speed at which trees grow in my oak tree farm will probably work with that. But if you wanted to make it even faster, it might not. Observer note block. I appreciate that. That seems logical, but like, how do we build in the delay? The observers are very fast. X, if you push the very first row up with a single piston at the bottom and one push horizontal at the top, it will create a single row. Okay. I know you think it does. I know you think it works like that, but it doesn't. Let me explain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is going to make it clear. Right. Push up. Push out. Now what happens? Because when the next tree comes in, it's going to be this many blocks tall, and it's going to push across and push all of those out to over here. So therefore, what you have to do is move all of the logs up in one go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, into this space so that one can extend, right? And then the next one has to come from somewhere. See the problem? Now we need another piston in that position. So that is why we have an array of pistons like this. They could face upwards, and an array of pistons like that. Have to move each block, says Rafgar. Exactly. Each block needs moving. And the reason that we do this is to get them into our blast chamber. We need to bring them in a single line for our blast chamber. It's the way the blast chamber works. A flying machine on the side could fix it. A flying machine would struggle, I think. I mean, like, maybe you need a 2-part flying machine because there's a 12-block push limit, and that is 12 blocks. I will say there's potential to that idea, but me and flying machines, that's really advanced. If I can get into the flying machine stuff later, we'll try and figure that out. Anyway, let's stick to this idea here. How are we going to power... Oh, my brain just gave me an idea. Probably not a great idea. They're usually not that great. But I was just thinking, like, what if the signal has to keep going back and forth? Okay, so we detect something on this side. Look at that. Okay. Then, the problem with this is it's going to create, like, one tick. Oh, that doesn't... Oh, you don't... Oh, what am I thinking? So in order for that to point at that block, maybe it doesn't go straight here. So an observer there would carry that. That signal would get carried across. Right, but then in order for it to point at the next one, that doesn't actually work. Yeah. There's something to this. If we can create like a snaking signal and then push out the signals to the side, or maybe what happens when you create this kind of snaking signal like this? I think you sort of get every other one. Wait, what way is this working? It's working the way I think it should. This one should face upwards. Yeah. Let's try this. Oh, did I just build it completely... I think I built it completely wrong. Or maybe I just built the beginning part wrong? Sorry, just the one at the bottom was incorrect. Okay. Huh. So we're getting signals here, 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 and they're being bud powered. Now, that means if they weren't bud powered, which could be quite easy, perhaps we create signals in these spots with something different on the side. Okay. I kind of want to move all of this over by one now. Good stuff. Black Steel 53, thank you for 13 months. Thank you so much, my dude. Tier 2 subscription. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya. Oh, dang it. We had a question about the guitars earlier, and I just remembered I got my amazing emote for it, and I didn't. Oh, God, if only someone asked me about, you know, that old guitar thing again. Oh, if only someone did. What is bud power, please, says Xisuma. So, bud powering is both really, really useful, but also annoying. So, watch where I place this block. Ha, I did it too quick. Right, we'll start again. When this block gets an update, when something updates it, it's going to realise it's powered from there. Alright? Okay, it still thinks it's powered. This is quirkiness that shouldn't have been in the game, but got left in the game because it's incredibly useful. Right? And I can remove that block because it doesn't directly touch this one. So it's a sort of bug that stayed in the game because it's very very cool. Becca says, what do you think of Jackson guitars? I would love to get a Jackson guitar. God, whenever I think about it, whenever my mind goes to the world of guitars, it's like I just want to play again. I just want to get in that space. I would love to get a Jackson guitar one day. And I would love to get a Dean guitar, a Dimebag guitar. Is it me or is it not on the screen? It's not on the screen. What's happened there? Hang on, let me try another one because I did one earlier and I didn't see anyone mention it not working. Okay, that one works. Why would the other one not? Yeah, I've run out of tea. I get it. Jeez, don't rub it in. Guess what? I'm a rebel. I made my tea today with 2 tea bags. Oh gosh, I'm living on the edge. I'm living on the edge, me. 2 tea bags. Give me some slack. It was a giant cup of tea. Okay. I wanted something strong. Because I'm an addict, okay? I'm addicted to tea. I'm sorry. Let's try again with that guitar remote. Oh, this time it works. Look at that. That is actually like my Ibanez 7 string, which I would have in like drop A, so I can play Korn on it, and sometimes Slipknot and stuff like that. And it's got a really nice tone that kind of works well with all of that stuff. So our idea now is to do this. Okay, and then we've got to figure out a way to... we also got to check the timing here. Needs that double pulse. So, hang on, we're still getting bub... Oh, dang it. Maybe we do need to power it from the side. Okay, I've got a couple of ideas on how to make this work, because the double pulse pushes out and pushes in, that's fine. We've got to get past the bud powering, which might be a little tricky, actually. One thing that would be really nice if there was a move where the region that you selected moved with it. That would be sweet. Still bud powered. Oh, that's menacing. How do I not bud... how do I not bud power that? That's horrible. Okay, what about... I'm just thinking about different ways that you power. That's still bud powering. Chat, you gotta help me now. It does it like redstone lamps. Okay, I know what you mean. But does it? No, because if I put... This block is being powered, so it bud powers that. Oh, I'm really not sure how to handle this. Maybe trapdoors on the note block to force an update. It's not the update that's the problem, it's the fact that it bud powers it. If I want to power a piston here, how do I power just one? Like let's break out of what we're looking at there. How do I power the piston in the middle, but not the ones above and below? That's what I need to achieve. Okay, so if I power it directly... Right, if I put a block behind it and power that... Whoops. Still bub powered. Target blocks. Again, it's a block that will receive power. Are you seeing the point I'm making? Okay, a single dust on a redstone slab doesn't bud power. That is a point. But it does. Because that is a redstone power source right here. And it is diagonal to that. So that does it too. Put a row of note blocks and a row of observers, making the snake between the snake and the pistons. Before we get back to that, I don't know. Maybe you need 2 sets of pistons in order to alternate which ones are being bud powered, which sounds awful. A repeater on a slab. That is a great suggestion. That might just be the trick. Nope. Apparently that counts too. Still bud powered. Wood slab. Someone does not understand redstone. On glass. Okay. This block is not powered. Remember how bud powering works? Okay, I'm going to recreate what we're looking at here. The repeater is like this redstone block. So if we have a power source here, repeater, redstone wire, it's bud powering the piston here. Yeah. Anyway, I think the solution might be something like this. So, by the way, this contraption cannot take too much more of our time now because I had a couple of different goals, and when you do redstone, the time seems to fly. But let's imagine we have a power source here, power source there, right? Now, when this one comes over, we can put a power source there. Actually, we kind of run in, or do we? Do we have a power source here? Okay, I think if I do this with levers and blocks, yeah, I'm probably going to knock this one on the head for now, just because we've seen how complicated this might get. But I think I've got a solution here, and it's kind of like a puzzle game, right? Redstone. So this is the puzzle game right here. We're gonna scratch our head about it. Might not be quite as easy as I thought. Let's see. Okay, right. So we do that. Then this one needs to go first. Okay, and then that one powers and this one unpowers. And then... Then that. Right, then this. I mean, that is an annoying series of events to manufacture in this sequence. This will destroy me. Trying to figure... Yeah, I've done it wrong there. So that was like that. Oh, I'm now making all the mistakes. So that is unpowered. Then that's powered. Dang. Okay. For any redstone whizzes out there who are watching, if you want to make this, let's we've also got the piston that's going to extend downwards on the end, but let's forget about that for now. So it's like this. Well, I don't know if that one gets powered first or not, but that goes out and gets powered. Then that, and then this, that one. This one again. I mean, I should label them and write them down, but like there's a pattern here, and it just numbs my mind to figure out how you're going to do that. Right? With a bunch of wiring. It's a real good challenge, though, if you're a redstone whiz. And then something would need to be then here to update that. So that's essentially how you do it. You must have to use 2 sets of sticky pistons. Alright, are there any redstone whizzes? Have we got a Cybot or Blackjack in chat? There's a challenge for you, alright? To, I don't know, observers, redstone, whatever. Power these things in that sequential order. That sounds so cool. I sound smart now. I will try it, says Oscar Champy. You go for it, my friend, and if you come up with a solution, be sure to hit me up on the Twitters. Then also, by the way, there might be a simplification of what I'm suggesting here. That's another great thing about puzzles too, is that sometimes you start with something complicated and then you realize, oh, actually, there's another way you can make this series of events like work for you. And looking into those things is super fun. Right, anyway, that is the first component of, I've got 4 things I want to investigate today. And that was just the first one. So I'm going to cross that off my list. I'm very happy with that. That's something we can go do on Hermitcraft. We want to look into Hoglin Farm, mangrove tree farming. But first, I want to investigate this idea that I had ages ago. So there are, yes, these 2 pressure plates. Now, everything we're going to do here might be over in a minute. It all depends on if you can have sheep above them and grass below them that regrows. And then we need some form of item, which makes sense to use a wall block, right? Okay. So let me explain my idea. Is that we create a sheep farm that the collection system of which is hopper minecarts, but they're not loaded in the world. That's essentially the goal that we're going to do. Ah! Now, we're going to have our sheep here. They're going to get sheared. And then we want to know that they've been sheared. So if I put... Sheep, you're in the way! If I put that there... Okay, I need some redstone too now to think about it. Just so we can see what's going on. Okay, that is a powered piece of redstone right there. So if the sheep is on the pressure plate, it counts as an entity. Ah! This idea is over before it begun. Right. It's an entity counter. No. I think in my head I've created a distinction here that isn't so. Like, because it interacted with entities, I thought it'd be great for detecting items, but obviously it detects mobs as well. Now, we come over here. The difference between a regular one, right? There you go. And that is that you don't get the full signal strength. So it's basically the same, isn't it? It's basically just that the pressure plate just creates a signal strength. I sort of misremembered that and then designed a farm based on it. Ah, okay. I'm wondering if there's another type of sheep farm we could get out of this. I think the concept that I want to investigate is still very useful. Okay, so this right here, I think you turn it on and off with that. Okay, we seem to not have... I think you need 2 minecarts to make this thing work. So, if we have a hopper minecart in 1.19, let's get rid of these pressure plates. Yeah, we might be able to make that work a little faster. Now... And then when you hit it again... Yeah, okay, I see. So we can run power into that and create an on-off switch for this little contraption. It will unload all the items it finds in the hopper into this space here and drop them down there. So the idea would be this part can run off and go around the whole sheep farm and then come back again. Now, how can we make the sheep farm, I don't know, benefit optimally from that? My idea was that the pressure plate would detect the creation of items. Can you distinguish sheep from wool using a comparator, says Devin Crates? You can't, and if they produce different signal strength, the problem is that they will be on the pressure plate together at the same time, and then you'd probably have to get a whole bunch of comparators. The idea that I had in mind was just that you'd have a line of redstone, right, on these blocks. Above would be the pressure plates where the sheep get sheared. And, or maybe you scale it like this. So you've got, like, another row of sheep there, and the pressure plates can power this. So anytime a sheep is sheared and it actually drops wool, the redstone activates. But if you introduce comparators, you're going to lose all of that compactness immediately and end up with something not really space efficient. Kind of like pigman mechanics, but yeah, but actual passive mobs, pigmen, are technically classified as hostile now. What we're doing doesn't really have anything to do with pigman mechanics. Not at all. I mean, it's a sheep farm, and sheep don't behave like piglins or share their mechanics. Light pressure plate counts entities. Couldn't you just check where the signal is greater than 2? Yeah, again, I think I just explained why. Because you just lose the... You know, the idea was that you could have a row of 8 blocks with half the sheep, another row of 8 blocks with the other half, right? 16 colours. One line of redstone between the middle. You know, I am trying to create something that's relatively compact as well. So yeah, anyway, if we're going to send out the minecarts to spots with sheep on top of them, then I think we might just want to look at, like, doing a design where we squeeze in a bunch of sheep on top of some grass, and then have the dispenser interact with them. Let's get some trapdoors. Okay, and build this up a little bit. I think I need to get rid of things I don't actually need in here right now. Gonna use some grass. So a dispenser facing downwards, or it's about the hitbox of the sheep, not the dispenser. Now that I think about it. Oh yeah, actually it needs to be one higher. We've got a noise in the ear. It's Blurberry for 4 months with the Prime. Thank you so much, my dude. I appreciate it and hope you're enjoying the stream today. Oh, they actually have a hitbox of 1. I think... What's the trick here? If I forget all of this. If I put you in that space... I thought there was a way to put them in like that. I'm misremembering all of this stuff now, I think. Yeah, I can't... Why did I think you can get there... Oh no, maybe this is it. Maybe now it's in... Yeah, okay. So if I put one there, and then I put one here, if they're standing in any 4 of those glass blocks, this thing will be able to interact with it. Right, so if I were to squeeze 4 sheep into this space... Let's get some glass blocks up in here. Yeah, this is it. So, like, that dispenser can hit all 4 of them. So I could make a farm where I just have 4, like, cooped up together and 1 dispenser for each. You can trap the sheep in grass. Items move up when in a block. What are we saying? That's a very... I think I know what you mean. That's a very curious idea. That's a very curious idea. Now the grass would regrow as well. Okay, okay. I like that. How are we going to do this? Like, we need a piston. And then the items have to go up. So this is, we're talking about something being too tall. So I was kind of picturing it like, maybe it's, no, maybe it doesn't have to be too tall. Here's an interesting idea. So what if the dispenser's there? Sheep here. Okay, I need some power. Oh yeah. Huh. Now that sheep can't go any higher, and the grass here should, in theory, pop up at some point. Oh, this is really curious. Okay, I don't think water would make sense for this, but I can think of something else. Okay, so now that's fascinating. Okay, so this is holding this down. If we turn this into an array, then rails, instead of water, might be a way to go. Now I wonder if that will stop that. Also, that hasn't regrown yet. Okay, yep, it can regrow. That's great. Let's now activate this again. Ah, look. It's trying to interact with the rail that we put there. So we can't have, like... Also, the items might push out to the side, but that would be a really cool, compact little thing, because you could have sheep like this, but you could technically put a sheep inside every block. That might be a bit tricky to achieve. If not, having a sheep sort of diagonal every other time, then you'd have these diagonal. You could power them all easily with redstone, but then the rail, unfortunately, stops the shear from looking at the sheep, so you would need the water. Okay. Alright, let's think about layouts that could actually exploit the water. I'm thinking you're probably going to have... You know what? I've just had a really interesting idea for a layout. Okay. Okay, I'm really liking this idea. This is so different. So different. However, I was thinking, actually, what if you built the layout around that shape, but then all of your items would go to the outside, and then you need a lot of hoppers to pick them up. So imagine that we have a dispenser in the middle for water, and then the sheep are laid out like there's a sheep here. Let's see what the grid would look like. So that's 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it wouldn't particularly directly fit what we're looking for. At least 16 wouldn't. Maybe there's another way to do it. But yeah, you could have redstone on top, activate everything at once, and then the water would flush everything out to the side. Yeah, so then the other way to do it is to create something with a single bunch of water. So we can't, where the water starts, we can't have the sheep, but we could have sheep like this. I think it might be helpful to just put these blocks above. So there's 4. Okay, 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9 and 10, 11, 12. You kind of want the water to flow to a single point, so let's say we put... If we have a row of 4, then we know that we need 4 rows of 4. So yeah, 4, 4. That's the shape that we would want. Now you couldn't have one right there, so that would go here. Okay, if we go ahead and do that, that brings all of the items to a single point. But it doesn't look very pleasing, does it? That's the one thing I'll say about that. Maybe if we just knock these two off the edge and put them like here and here. So what we got? 4, 3, that's 7, 14, yeah. What about that? Okay. I am thinking now that you might always want water around the edges in case something pops off. So let's go ahead and move it that way one. If you had water always around the edge... actually, let's leave that there. Then you'd want this shape. And then you start to lose... I think that could work too. Let's mess around with this shape a little bit more. Now I'm going to go like this. So we've got 2, we've got 5, so 10, 12, 13, and then we need another 3, which is kind of ugly. So something like that. And then the water wouldn't be here. They would be in by 1. Yeah, and they wouldn't even reach. I'm not sure what layout I like the most. Y'all can obviously take these ideas and do whatever you want with them. But let's go back to the obvious 4x4. Let's bring it away from that a little further. What are we doing? 1. There's your 4. Wait, am I doing this right? 4, 8. 4x4 is 16. Why does this feel wrong? Why does what I'm doing feel wrong? 4 rows of 4. It's because they're spaced out more. What's this if it fits into a perfect square? I think you don't need that. I think 3... Maybe it doesn't fit into a perfect square. So 3, there's 5, then there's 13, 15. It doesn't fit into a perfect square. For some reason I was thinking 4x4 in my head, like a perfect square. Anyway, 4, 8. This row is unnecessary. So you can put 16 together like that. I don't know if I'm really that keen on this layout. Yeah, it doesn't make it all the way down there, that's for sure. So what about getting it all to a single point? I think I'd really like to make use of the new minecart mechanics, but there's probably like lots of other opportunities to do that. Yeah, there's no like singular central point, but it does all flow to the middle. And then you probably can't lay out 16 around a singular point. King Cub, glad you're loving the vibes here. Also, we've got Asda Car Park for 13 months. And 8 minutes ago, Kazu for 2. Thank you so much, Kazu. Appreciate your support. Sorry for zoning out. Just so deep in the redstone right now. Okay, so that's... 4, 8, 12. So you need another 4. Oh, there you go. That's how you put it into a square, but it's a diamond. Depending on how you look at it. Ah. Right, I wonder if we can do something with the water. Oh, actually, this should be pretty easy. Put one there on the outside, 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 and outside, and then you got the singular point in the middle. Ah! That took me a bit of time, didn't it, to figure that one out. So, the other issue then is now how the water flows when you do it like this. Because it also flows to the corner. And if we try to correct for that, yeah, you get those awkward dead patches there. So maybe you put water there and you achieve what you want. No, then you get the dead patch there. Still with the dead patches. See, every way you try and, you know, adjust, manipulate, every little way has its, like, shortcomings. Anyway. So this way you would end up with dead patches, right? Where the water doesn't flow. Maybe what you could do... Let's start again and remove these water sources. Maybe what you could do is offset it to the side. So if I go left one, left one, left one, left one like that. Oops, so that wouldn't be there. Still got a dead patch. Still got dead patches. Anyways, what one do I want to go with? We came up with one earlier that was kind of alright. I think, was it over here? If I remove that, that's 6 we've taken out. So we got 10, yeah. So if I put 3 on this side, 3 on the other. That's 16, right? 5, 10, 15. Oh, it's 18. This is the one where we just knocked off those. And actually, you can see the water is still in the same position. Ah, and that's the one that did that. Yes, because I think originally we just kept the water close. I do wonder if we've made an assumption here. If I have that... let's put it here as well. I think, yeah, the way it works, that'll always pop out. But then, you can't have the water source here, can you? At least you can put it 1 block closer with some walls. So, let's say we move this in by 1 block. Then where does it all end up? So then you get it down to like a smaller collection area. But we can't move it in 1 block again. But we can put a wall here. And now it's been reduced to 1 collection spot. With this, I don't think that really helps in any way, shape or form. No, it could. It could. Let's look at the pattern we got here again. And see if we can get rid of those dead spots. I've got a feeling they won't be easy to get rid of. But let's say we put 1 there. Here. Here and here. And then just fill in... Still got dead spots. It's because the layout is like symmetrical. It's always going to create these little dead spots. I think. I mean, you could also, yeah, you could have that and that. Okay, let's push this to its extreme. That I think is the best you can do. You got 1 dead spot in the middle, but then it pushes over to this side. How unfortunate. This design right here can totally be done, I think. Can totally be done. Alternatively, Silent Whisper has a mob farm that has a water layout that should solve, says Major Plays. I'm not aware of that layout. I like figuring things out myself to some extent, but I think you're just saying the layout does what we want over here, right? Maybe it involves, like, I don't know, maybe putting the water further back might change something? Probably not. That change anything here? Still got that dead spot. But then maybe you can do that? Still got it. Ah! Ah, right. What do we do? That's it. And let's just look at that again. So it's like 2... Wait. Oh, it's just remove a block. I thought I was going to be placing one. There you go. So you can do it this way. Oh, now which one do I want to do? Because it's 2-to-1 collection spot. And it's, again, 2-to-1 collection spot over here. This one uses 4 extra dispensers. By the way... Ah, look, there's something off here. What am I... Is it that one? I know what it is. That's it. Okay. Now it's the same on all sides. This one will be more compact, won't it? And maybe we say the advantage of this farm is that it's super duper compact. Would it be harder to construct? Actually, I don't think it really matters. Like, getting the sheep in and putting the pistons, that's just going to be a pain, so just forget that. Alright then. Alright then, I think we've got our design here. Let's go up and above to help us build this. So I'm going to start with putting the sheep in. I think you can dye them up top, because does their hitbox go over 1? It must do, because we're able to shear it. So you should be able to dye them. Yep, you can dye them after they're in. So what I think I will do is set block that one there as glass. Then we're going to grab the dispenser, have it face downwards. Might as well fill this thing up with shears. Now, I don't think I want to mess about with a system to also then fill everything up with shears. I think I don't mind manually coming back in from time to time and putting 8 of them in there. Okay, so we got that. What we want to do then is put that there, run the set block command. Excellent. Now, I'm going to... How am I going to do this? I think I know. Let's go like that. Expand 1 in each direction. I wonder if expanding -1 goes in the opposite direction. That would be interesting. A little shorthand. Okay, so now we're going to stand here and copy that. Alright. And then we're going to use the layout down below. In fact, I don't really even need to use the same block. So every time we put one of these glass blocks in, that's a position for a sheep to go. Yep. And now what I have to do is paste all of these together. Okay, I made a fatal mistake. Need the condition for air. Did it not copy the entity? Or is it, did I run copy again? Okay, let's just take a step back. Use the set block. Okay, I think my selection is still the same, right? So, unless it doesn't copy entities. Does World Edit not copy entities? Ah, it doesn't. That's annoying. What if I summon sheep? 1, 2. Maybe I change that to the... Yeah, although that's not properly in that block. So I think what I'll have to do... I think I know what I got to do. Okay. Anyway, let's go... Fortunately, it makes it a little harder, but... You know, the idea of using these tools is just to slow down the repetitive design stuff. Oh yeah, now that I've copied it with the other blocks around... that means I should probably do these ones over here first. Because then it's going to change those, yeah. As you'd expect. Minor inconvenience. Okay, so we get rid of these extra blocks. Gonna summon in all the sheep. Which can be dyed at a later date. It's all 16 colours. There you go. They're all in place. Now what I want to do is set block. I'm gonna do this a little bit smarter. I'm gonna do like that. Set block. Squiggle, squiggle 2, and then glass. Right, okay. It needed to be a 3. Oh, the amount of times that one catches me out. I tell ya. I tell ya. No, not that. Oh, dear Lord. Can't seem to click in the right... Where are my sheep? Give me my sheep. Let's try again. Okay, we want glass at 3. Alright. Now I think it, yeah, it's kind of helpful to do that as well, just to like get Mr. Sheep. You are just not helping. There are some strange views. This might make for an interesting thumbnail right here. Oops. I don't know. I don't know. I like making like thumbnails that just you're like, what? For the second channel anyway. Okay. And that should be all of them, right? So they are now all in there with... Wait, why is there meat here? Who died? Who died? Do you know what I haven't really thought of? The bit in the middle is kind of important, right? Like, set block. Glad I thought of that now. Hopper. That's very important, that one. So that'll go down to your storage area. Then you're going to want grass blocks in all these gaps. They're going to be like the seeds, if you like. They're going to seed all the other bits. And you probably want to extend it so that you get like maximal growth and stuff. Which I think would be these blocks here. Would need to be filled in. And then you would create another layer of that just down below. So that should maximize, or help maximize, should I say, some of the grass growth, yeah. Alright, so let's come out to this spot. Lucaro, a message from ages ago saying I could alternate the pistons pushing in from side to side. I could do that. You tend to want those things to be one wide just because of the nature of how you're going to end up powering them and where they go in a contraption. But yeah, there might be a way to do it that way. I'm also going to switch to standing because I've been sat for long enough. We've almost got 1,000 peeps here. Thank you everyone for tuning in on a Monday morning. Be sure to hit the follow button here on Twitch if you're enjoying what we do. Right, why is this chair not moving? Oh god, what's happened there? Ugh, right. Oh, getting my anti-fatigue mat. Gotta check that posture. Standing upright, are we? I can't remember if I highlighted this. Oh, I must have done. And I probably... Yeah, I've now made it a 1x1 selection. Okay. Copy that. Paste down here. Cool. We'll need to put some light sources in there so it can help spread the grass upwards. I believe it spreads downwards too. So we may have cause to keep using grass around the edges here. Right, I'm going to put... Ah, this is where we need our water stream, I think. So I'm going to put all of that in. Okay, and then we need to copy the water stream. So it is... Oh, it's actually like that, is it? Okay. So I think what I'll do is do that. So I understand where it needs to go. The water goes onto that block there, though. Yeah, that's right. So we'll go put these in place next. These all have shears in, right? Yep. That's proper. This is a really interesting design. Seeing it come together, it's like, quite different. So that's going to be where the water goes. Now, why does it look different here to there? Actually, it's not. Okay, now we've got to build up the walls. So we're going to use the glass. I might change all of this glass, actually. If I'm not mistaken, it's like that, right? Yeah, that looks about right. Now what we could do is make this here grass too, so that it spreads down. However, it would probably not really be effective unless it's one of these three, I think. I think they're the only three that would actually spread down from that height and make a difference. So we'll fill it out just as a sort of reminder to self that that's the thing. Right, and then I think what we'll do before we go any further is throw in some light sources. Let's get some end rods. So this thing needs to be well lit. Down at this level, you can probably get away with just probably one light source, but we'll put in these like this so that all of this is nicely lit, which optimizes the grass spreading. That might be more so at this level here. So I think the trick at this level is to just replace a couple of... Yeah, let's go... We're looking at that block, so... Replace... No, that's not it. Set... There. Let's use a frog light. Ochre. Ochre frog light. Lovely. And, before you wonder, the light block should not change the grass below it. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, ochre. Nice. Cool. So now we've got the light sources in. We've got our means to collect the items. Get out of here, sheep. We've got to build some redstone. And then we've got to put water buckets into these corner ones. Now the water buckets are the one I'm worried about. Well, here's the thing. We can activate the shears. What we don't want is a bunch of water on top of the shears. Sorry, oh god, I'm absolutely butchering my words. We don't want a bunch of water lying around. So let's go ahead and do this. If I made them full blocks, then the redstone wouldn't have to... Okay, yeah. So if I go like this... Those just need to be powered, right? And with them being powered, everything gets powered, essentially. So... that is some redstone when powered that will power all the dispensers at once, so they will shear all the sheep. So that needs to get powered first, but just once. So we kind of need an entry point for that. And then I think it probably makes sense. We could then power the one on the corner off of that signal. But the thing is, it needs to run on a bit of a timer. See, this bit I might just leave for another day now, because I'm not terribly excited about doing all of this, because maybe it's better to think about it a little bit. Because you want to do something like nice and elegant. But there's not really enough space for that, unless you put like a comparator clock on the corner here. And so the redstone would start that off. You need a clock in general. Yeah, I'm going to leave this bit for another day, just because it's not terribly interesting and I probably want to think it through. Right, let's see the farm in action. Okay, there it is. That's it in action. So everything would get powered. That means everything just got sheared. Right, and then one by one, the ones on the corner would then need to activate. That flushes. Ooh, the sheep have arisen. Did we see that before? Well, did everything get flushed to the middle? Yes. Very good. Then they need to get powered again. And then they all drop down. But I see sheep. I see wool. But didn't we have no dead spots? So why didn't they... Oh, you know what it is? Why are you not rising up? There's something odd in there. I think the hitbox of the sheep gets in the way of the item blocks. There is a missing glass block in the middle of the farm. That's interesting. Or is it where one of the sheep are? Where was the one that didn't want to... Maybe using spectator mode here. Ah, well spotted. Well spotted, good sir. Crafting Cat IX, thank you so much. That is a keen observation. Right, I was just about to be like, oh, here we go again. We spend all this time making this contraption, and then it turns out that it's not quite what we think. Now, okay, so I don't think the items are... Oh. No, there's still something wrong here. Why does it not want to flow into that space? Are we missing another block somewhere? Here? Did we have two missing and I just not spot it? Oh! Did we accidentally make it... Wait, it's saying it as the one below. Okay. We can see what the issue is. I just had an idea, by the way, by doing this. Yeah, okay. No, I've had an idea on how to power this that will make life easy. First of all, we need to fix what's going on in here. And what's really annoying is that I'm using the middle coordinate and it doesn't seem to be working. So, like, if I do that, let's say glass, that didn't set where I was. Nor did it set below, but it set above. Right, so if I do that here, it's going above me. So now we don't have. Let's try again. Now it's below me. What? How is it down there? Okay, okay. We're just going to have to not rely on those coordinates for now. So I don't want to break that, but what I do want to do is set block here. We'll go to 11 and put grass. Right, and then go to, let's do glass at 12. That should fix it. Okay, anyway, my idea on how to power this, okay, this is why I said I probably don't want to think about it too much, but I think I've come up with something quite elegant. I'm not sure where the best... Ooh. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, I'm going to need the redstone block still. Yeah, this is going to work out. Let's put it on like that. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Oh, dang it, then I destroyed that. So what we want to do is go bump, bump, bump. Yeah, alright. Ah, I've messed up again, because I've got to put redstone here. Okay, now, when we power this, this is how the farm should be used. You power it on, okay, and then when it goes off, the water is going to go again. So everything, we need to use this. Everything is now flowing to the middle. All of the wool has been captured there. Beautiful. All of the sheep are in place. They've all been sheared. That's amazing. Okay, then when we destroy this... Nice! Observers can be one block lower. You're probably right, actually, yeah. Yeah, why wouldn't they be? And then that just means that you build some sort of clock off to the side and just punch it into the redstone signal there. Okay, don't even. Sometimes it happens. Yeah, we have like a clock feeding into the side, and all it has to do is power on for long enough and then power off. So you would need some sort of intervention for the length of the pulse, and that's it. Nice. Oh, actually, I want to leave those there. They reminded us of how we got to the end result. Right, project number 2 for today has been finished. That is a farm I might build just because it's so different. Like, I've not seen a sheep farm done quite like that before, so super cool that we came up with that. Maybe we can change the redstone layout here a little bit too. No, it kind of has to be that anyway. Moving on. Next on my list, I wanted to investigate mangrove farming and the hoglin farm. The mangrove farming we're going to check out today. So I've been doing some investigations, trying to find out simple ways to do mangrove farming and make it a little easier without getting into contraptions and stuff, right? So I think in general, building a pool of water to collect drops is probably the most useful thing you can do when farming the mangrove, but you tend to have to get up in the top area and all of this. But I made a keen observation that I think a flying machine might be able to help with, but I don't know how to build this at all. So let's say we expand 20, set it as dirt. Let's get a proper fuel up in here. And some bone meal. Oh my god, Mango's video on mangrove farming is terrifying, says Major Plays. Yeah, this is what I was thinking about. We talked about it in our stream yesterday, I believe, that, like, it's alright having automation for farms, but early game or at various points you want to do something simple. And like, how do we achieve that? Now might be a good time for us to just see if any of y'all have ideas. Like, I've investigated manipulating the size of the trees, and I found a few interesting quirks. It honestly feels like, you know, you just get stuck in with some shears and an axe and rip out as much as you can, let it all decay. Maybe put some water underneath. But does anyone have some ideas for how potentially this stuff could be easier to farm? I know how to make it grow so that you don't have any of the roots. So we can kind of ignore that, or maybe we should start with that. A blast chamber where it is grown inside, so just the soil part is outside of the blast range. You've given me a really interesting idea, Mr. Balrog. This was not your intention, but now we have the means to create an idea. Like, I have investigated doing this stuff with TNT, right? But now, pops into my head. Ah, you could... Wait, what if you could do this? How... I think these things grow out like 4 blocks. So I'm going to... Yeah, when I was thinking of the TNT, it just kind of gave me this idea for a second. Actually, I think I want to go... Yeah, let's just go 10. Expand 10 blocks. And 10. And then let's go up by 7. And then let's set as dirt. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3 here. That's the middle. 1, 2, 3. Bump, bump. That's also the middle. That's the middle. Cool. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to go... Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, but I need to get rid of that. Nope. I need to get rid of it by placing it. You'll see. Yep. Uh-oh. Lost track of the middle. 1, 2, 3. It's there. Can we go down by 6? So, here to there. Okay, great. Now, down... actually, it doesn't really matter. Down here... So maybe we'll fill all of this in. But anyway, down here, we're going to do that. Give it this. Place a propagule. Right, so the player's going to need a way to get down here. I've got a feeling like having the dirt in these spaces or not could affect the growth, but I know you can get away with not needing the dirt there. So the player needs a way to come down here and place down a propagule, and then they need a quick way out again. So for now, that's going to be like this, and we'll probably put a water stream in. Player comes up here. Now we've got this stuff growing in this space. And what I'm thinking is, right, we're going to grab TNT. We could have TNT loaded up top and drop them down. Let's get some flint and steel. The way that this stuff grows is that generally the branches split out in like a cross shape. Did I give myself obsidian? No. I kind of want these to be like perfectly aligned. But maybe that's not the way to start. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're probably going to put like a height limit on this thing as well. Yeah, is that going to help much? I don't think that's going to help much in that position. Okay, I think I'm going to try and impose some limits here. Let's go like up here. Yeah, just get rid of all of that. These might need a bit of an update so they can decay. Right, anyway, that's going to put all the logs on the surface, which is the main thing that we're after. So, what if we had walls around the outside here? I also have no idea what is going to suppress the growth of this tree. Okay, let's say we do walls. Let's just go with stone. Alright. stuff should be decaying. Okay, let's go back down to the bottom. We put this here, it grows, we come back out, we go up to the top, ready to like jump down on top of it. So I kind of missed something here. It looks like it can grow through the stone walls. Let's replace mangrove leaves with air. Oh, it's only that bit, isn't it? Yeah, look, you can see the shape of the tree right here. So that one grew with like a couple of branches as well in that direction. Right, I think that's all the logs. Yeah, now that's decaying. Right, so let's put a roof on it is what I didn't do. That's the bit that I forgot. It might grow through it, I don't know. But we're trying to suppress where it can grow. Also, we've now created like a dark room which things can spawn in. So that one, it didn't look like that one grew through the roof, but we should really get rid of all of this just to make it super clear. I reckon they can probably still grow through the walls like that. Ugh. Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's grab some slabs. Ah, look at this, it's struggling to grow. I'm going to put a slab there and a slab there. It might require some light. Wait, frog lamps? Yeah, okay, I must have mistyped. Don't know if that... Yeah, light goes through slabs now, doesn't it? They changed that at some point. KFBX, thank you so much for 3 months of support, my dude. I was totally zoned out 17 minutes ago. I didn't read that. Jeez. How good am I at this? Okay, so it'll still grow through the walls. Now we want to go inside. Do I have night vision? Okay, effect, give Xisuma night vision. Right. Now, the next idea... Oh, man, it's going to blow up my walls. Well, you know, whatever. I was thinking that you sort of drop these into the corner. Because look at how the leaves were just a second ago in each corner, right? Maybe there's something to this. Maybe we can use the obsidian to suppress where it can grow too. So let's say we go in by 3 blocks, right? Let's say we have an obsidian pillar here. Like, maybe we can suppress the growth of all this without stone, but like an obsidian cage. In fact, I'm going to build that right now. Because I'm seeing the flaws with this. Like, the darkness isn't good. So we replace stone with air. Okay, and then we go in by 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to put this pillar here. And then it's going to go... I don't know. I think you only need the 1 block in the very middle to suppress it from some testing that I was doing earlier. Or should I say yesterday. Okay, and then over here, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we got that. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. Like that should contain it somewhat. Now, these pillars actually aren't going to go this high. They're going to go to about there. And then what if we drop in TNT on all corners at once? I'm wondering, can we get like enough of the leaves out of the way? Okay, they're at different heights. Oops. Yeah, I'm not sure that's great. Like, then you come up here and you go and get rid of the logs. Like, you can kind of see... I think I've just touched on the way that you do this. I think my brain just... Oh, it's clicked. I think I know how you do, like, farm these things easier now. Okay, right. Chat, it's time for you and I to exchange ideas. What do y'all think? What do y'all think is the way to do this? I'm looking in chat now. Wither, says Splice. Okay, continuous explosions from a wither will ultimately destroy some of the logs too. WM Fawn says, I don't know how farms work, so, well, you know you can put slabs above a sapling with an oak tree to make them grow short and make them easier to chop down. Like, simple ideas are often the best, but I think I got a really good one now. Mine diamonds and buy it from someone else. Ah, that's a great idea. That's the whole point of my redstone stream. Oh, let's make contraptions together. No, let's just pay diamonds to get someone else to build it. Jeez. Blow up the top and mine down like you said, says Marley. That's not quite what I want to do. 5 TNT on delay. I feel like the TNT could help, but I just realised why it's kind of like unnecessary. Just do whatever you are thinking. I will in a minute. I just wanted to see what all of y'all's ideas were. Ravager to destroy leaves. King Cub. That's a terrific idea. A Ravager on a rail could go around and potentially whiz up a whole bunch of, yeah, you're onto something. I really do, because if you could just whip all of those things out of the way. Let's see what it does. Move about, mate. Does it do it just incidentally as it moves? Oh, God. Yeah, a Ravager on a rail might help. Because then it would be easier to see the logs. Pistons to push the wood out. So, I don't think you can do it with pistons. I think you need a flying machine. That was like a more advanced idea I didn't think I'd be too good at. But if anyone out there is good at flying machines, like, if you can make a one wide one that's, like, really tall, so it might be several of them stacked, but essentially you need to go all the way across and then come all the way back again. Like, it needs to, like, we create a suppressing area like we've done here, and it needs to push all the logs through, and then something else needs to take those logs away, is essentially it. Fly the Ravager. Nikus says it's a surprise for me that you're on. Yeah, I don't normally stream this time on a Monday morning, but we're doing it today. Put a villager in a minecart patrolling the edge of the block so the Ravager moves to chase it. Or put the Ravager in the minecart. Dude, this guy's clearing out. We can see where all the logs are now. Mango's a good one-wide tileable fly machine for his shard farm. I should just do a search for that, shouldn't I? One wide tileable flying machine. Let me make a note. One wide tileable flying machine. That is a great thing to just search. I don't know why I'm standing here going, can anyone make that? I could look it up, couldn't I? Lead the Ravager to you and sit in a minecart up the tree. I don't know. Anyway, we'll come back to the Ravager in a minute. I think I've sussed out now. I think I know the way to do this, right? This setup right here, I don't know if you need the pillars, but the block on top makes a difference, right? So here's what I think you need in survival, and I'm not going to build it all, but you're going to need a water stream to take you up and down. So you go over here, you go to your water stream, you get whizzed up. Okay? I think it grew one. Then you drop in up top, right? And what you have to do is locate this block here. You look up, you find the middle, and then you go down and out, like in each direction, because then you're going to find all the logs, because that's the shape that they grow in. Right? So this is the technique. You go down, you mine out the ones to the side. Okay. It might be helpful to have some blocks here. I don't know if these get in the way, but like that highlights where you are. So you do all of this. Pick up your items, and now all the leaves are going to decay and you're ready to grow another one. So you drop back down, and do you know what? It might be worth having a hole there. but a hole that you can keep. So let's put in some trapdoors. Yeah, we want to do something with the Ravager. So let's say we put a bunch of trapdoors here, just so that nothing grows in that space. Oh, there's one that's not quite right, X. I can't watch your stream anymore. It's facing the wrong way. Okay, I don't think anything can actually grow in that space. Wait, let's find out. That's not where the roots grow, is it? Okay, I think those frog lights might have interfered a little. So you come up the top, go to the middle. Right, and again, you drop down into the middle, and then you go in each direction. You get rid of the logs, because that's where they're going to be, right? Chop these, pick them up. Okay, go this way, and you've gotten rid of all the stuff. And then the leaves can decay, right? You could even perhaps come back down to the bottom that way, and then just like that. Start again. Maybe we don't need that there. Yeah, and then if you really wanted to, you could maybe grow multiple. So you go up. Ah, that's interesting. That came quite tall up here. Anyway, let's test it out again. So yeah, look. It's now easy to locate where all the logs are because you just stand in the middle. Obviously, you'd use shears. I think this is it. I think this is the contraption right here. Because now you can do that. And so, like, in order to farm mangrove trees simply, you grow them in one spot. You create this thing to hold the roots in place, and then you just mine out to the side to get all of the logs, right? And then you come down the middle. You're at the bottom, you place down your propagule, you start again. The only thing I'll say is that it lacks like a water collection system. Okay, I think I'm going to get rid of these. Yeah, I don't think these were really part of the contraption, right? So just the one block up top, and now you can see there's a need to have water flowing to the middle. Let's see what happens if we also include some water into the contraption. I just want to remind myself, diagonally it's like 1, 2, 3 blocks away. So where's the middle? So like 1, 2, 3. If we had the water there, let's see if we can do this. Basically, we're just experimenting with all kinds of layouts now, but at least we've got the basic concept down. Like, I think we've got the thing that's going to help us make it all work, which is simply just to observe how the logs grow and chop down from that position. Okay, so I think what we want to do is get some signs, because I don't think they're going to get in the way. Let's use some mangrove signs. Probably might need one in the... I think you might not get away with having one in the middle, funny enough. Oh yeah, we got that there. Right, let's do away with these light sources now. Right, so that's like a basic collection thing, and if it works, then we put more water around the outside. So let's now go down here where it's grown. It's growing. No, I've made a farm that I didn't want. I didn't want this farm. I think it actually creates water sources when you do that. Yeah, it does. Huh. Propagule, please. Oh, did it also create a water source here? Okay. See what happens. It's grown it now, hasn't it? Ooh, that's interesting. Let's try and grow another one. I think it took longer and then it built a wimpy tree. So that might be a sign. I'm going to put this a little bit higher. Might be a sign that it struggles. But, you know, if the bone mill is air quotes infinite. Right, so it grows into where the water source blocks are. So it might be a good idea to just put slabs in the corner to make sure that those don't get busted, let's say. The Puka! Thank you so much for the raid, my dude! Oh, wonderful. Mr. Tread80, thank you for the Prime subscription. Oh, it's time for a Puka animation. Right there. Thank you, my dude. Very much appreciated. I wonder if we can suppress the growth like this, because if we had our water stream... I'm going to put this a little bit lower again just to check. If we had our water stream bring us to this spot, like just all the way over, and then you drop in. Right, now we're in the middle, so we can go down and check all of the sides. Ooh, got to be careful not to break any signs, though. Right, so we do that. There's the branches. Right, that branch is concluded. That one has, and that one has. So now everything is... Oh, and then we do that, and we... Yeah, that's it. We come back down this way. So yeah, everything should be dropping into the water streams now, right? The only thing is, look, they get caught on these edges. So the water streams are kind of imperfect, actually. In fact... Okay, let's rethink the water streams idea for a second. I think you don't want the signs, right? See, now, yeah, now I see a problem. Okay, so let's grab a sign. So let's say we put a sign there, and all of this stuff has been... I'm not even going to use that anymore. There you go. So perhaps the player actually manually puts, like, these blocks in at this height to make sure the water flow is all good. Yep. By the way, Puka, thank you again for the raid, my dude. Really do appreciate it. You might be able to tell I'm kind of like a little bit in the zone here. So then we drop down. Yeah, that's happened again. Of course it has. Oh, I made it worse somehow. So the only thing is like... Oh yeah, wait. Signs. We kind of want to like remove... the tedium for the player of having to do little things like that, right? We might be able to put signs all the way down here, but let's see how it grows now. This is kind of also unnecessary. So the player then... I'm not sure why that's taking longer. It might be... Actually, it might be because of the water. Ah, that's not growing anymore. That's a shame. That's a shame. Let's see if it grows the moment I place the last one of these signs. Right, very last one. Okay, let's say that it wasn't actually that. What if it were this sign? It was the sign in the middle. So you have to stick up with that. Okay, so you go to the top, you drop down. You're looking for the logs on the left, you're looking for the logs on the right, in front and behind. They're easier to see, you can break everything out of the way. Then you get down to here, and you just go back down like that. I think that's it right there. The only thing is I noticed this time that those grew. Which may... Ooh, and they're waterlogged, right. That's interesting behaviour. Okay, last idea for the stream. Let's go get some of these. I think we can get away with using redstone blocks, so let's just come over to about there, I think. Oh, I'm noticing there's several waterlogged patches. Or one. And then all the stuff went down into the middle. Yeah, I think the signs were helping before. Something's got to stop that grow in the middle. But anyway. Here's what we're going to do. Can you make this farm a little bit more fun? I mean, I don't fancy mining it, to be honest. Like, I don't fancy hanging out in this area with a Ravager. But it's be fun to see what happens, right? Okay, that's all good. Now we need that Ravager and minecart. Hey, wait, ready for it? Ready for it? Got it. Okay. Need my propagule. This old problem. Oh yeah, that can grow in water. That's a good point, actually. That keeps happening. So this needs to be pressure plate activated by a player standing here. That's another important... Wait, who's taking damage? Why are you not destroying the leaves, my dude? Does it not do that when it's in a minecart? It doesn't do it when it's in a minecart. But if something were to push it, it can. Oh, that's like almost the most amazing idea. Or maybe you like have the Ravagers somehow like trapped. And then the tree grows. It needs to move though. Ah, well. Right, we have at least sussed out a pretty good system to help you... A simple system to help you with the mangrove tree stuff, which is awesome. And maybe a way to make it a little bit better. I'm going to do further investigations, but I will do that on my own time, peeps. Because that's all I've got to give to you for today. Some of y'all are saying a boat. Yeah, maybe a boat in a minecart. Y'all can do that, and y'all can tweet it at me if you figure it out. But thank you for the suggestions, as always. Peeps, we'll go do a riggedy raid. Be sure to hit the follow button. We're going to pick someone in the Minecraft community. There's no one else I know streaming right now, so let's go find someone. Oh, we raided that guy the other day. Just trying to pick out a random channel. Anyway, while I do that, big thanks to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. Thanks to all of my patrons, the mods, the peeps gifting subs. Thank you for joining me on a Minecraft Monday morning. Someone else here is doing Minecraft Monday, so how about them? Okay, just getting it set up. Cool, right, I'm going to head out of here. Y'all can join in the raid if you want to. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.